Hi everyone, I'm Michelangelo. Oh, we just saw my new friend behind me. That is, hi, actually that's my friend's friend. I don't know if you can see. That is, I don't know what that is. That's a stray dog. But look right here. Come Pata Blanca. Come on. She's lying down. You want to see Pata Blanca? I'm gonna move my screen and I'm gonna show you, or let's just move the whole tripod. Look how adorable. Where is he? Right there. Oh, 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 oh. Look at how adorable. This is my friend's dog while he is in the water surfing. I am going to record. Finally, you won't know this because you just watched the previous video and then came on to this one. But I have not recorded for about 3 weeks. The longest so far since we started. I had not really been writing in the last 3 weeks. So a lot happened in these last 3 weeks. I think in the previous video we are still in Boca, still in Panama. I got back from Panama. I moved into my own little, I already had moved into it before, so I got into my own little apartment right on the beach, and I've been nesting. I've been feeling so good that I don't even have words to write or to speak. And now this is not my new beach where I'm living now. I'm in the other side of, I'm on the Pacific. So I'm on the other side of Costa Rica because now that it's becoming more and more clear that Costa Rica is my home, I hopped on a car ride. My friend was coming to this side, the Pacific, and I'm like, let me just go check it out for a couple of days. I've already been here 5 days. I'm learning about the energies of the different coasts, the difference between the Caribbean where I'm living and the Pacific, as well as comparing the conscious communities. It feels really good to be here, and it's validating that I am living in paradise in the Caribbean. I love it. It's the best of everything. So today I usually say 3 things come together, but as I was talking this morning, it's 6 things. Now it's up to 6 things of why the Caribbean and the Puerto Viejo area in Cocles is paradise. Because it's where the jungle meets the ocean, meets the river, meets the sun, meets the rain, because it's sunny and raining almost every day, meets the Western world. Right behind me, I can still get CBD oil and essential oils and a vegan sandwich, all within, I don't know, literally within a 2-minute walk of where I live. That is paradise, for me at least. And if I haven't said it already, I'm gonna say it out loud. If I haven't recorded already, I feel like I have received the biggest blessing so far of this lifetime, to have discovered this place, and that it is real, that it is happening, and that is what Blue Magic is about. That we can create heaven on earth as a state of consciousness, as a way of being, not only individually shared experience with others. So that's, where I say Western world, but the best of the Western world. So conscious community of planting, of trying to live off the land, of helping each other, of exchanging, of being present, of meditating, yoga, which is not even the Western world, but that the Western world has brought it on, and still, as it's coming together, it's being the best of the Western world. We are now 7 months behind from when I wrote and when I'm recording. This I wrote Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Today is July 5th, the day after July 4th, of course, but 4th of July for the Americaners or United Staters there. United Stations or United Staters is what I usually say. And I think that needs to be said more often, of course, instead of Americans, because I'm in America right now. I was born and raised in America, in Canada, and I'm in America right now, in Costa Rica. But that yesterday was a national holiday for United Stations or United Staters. And I don't know how that never picked up. I've been saying United Staters at least for 25 years. Somebody I know said United Station not so long ago, but I don't know. I know why it hasn't picked up. The reason why we're still in the crap that we're in as a collective society. And here and now we are changing it. Me by writing, me by pressing the button, by recording, even though I took a lag and I stopped for a while. I'm glad to be back, and that's what it's about. And so this is what I wrote. I promised my friend that I would address her questions in our conversations. Firstly, what can you tell me about him, her, speaking of two different people when he, she speaks of themselves? I am not sure which pronouns to use, and it seems like he may be confused about this too. And the answer I got was, yes, respect his process. You can alternate pronouns, she won't mind. They are still coming to terms with a lot of things. This is a process that every human will have to go through at one point in their lifetimes. But of course, it does not have to happen in such a harsh way. This is entirely up to each person and directly proportional to how each person deals with their spiritual journey. Your current modern Western culture is still at its infantile stage of understanding the real purpose for life on Earth. It has endured so much manipulation, shame, and delusion, perhaps more than any collective people in the history of humanity. This is why many wise cultures identify this state of life on Earth as the Dark Ages. Ironically, this is a very significant and advanced time to incarnate, so to be alive. If you are alive during these trying times, it is because you have already endured and processed through many previous lives. I loved you throughout them all and continue to love you now. This is the only thing you really need to remember. Remember this, and you will never need to do anything else. There is nothing else that you really need to do. This is more than enough, and this offers more abundant and diverse circumstances to last you throughout eternity. If you would understand this, you would understand everything, and you would understand me. But paradoxically, you can never truly understand eternity. Because to understand is too little, it is too limiting, and you see, eternity has no limits. So how can you ever really understand this? And so the closest thing we can describe is the experience of surrendering to that which cannot be named or described, but that we are naming and describing here as eternity and limitless. So how does one surrender and submit to something that cannot be understood or named? Well, this is a very good question, and I'm glad that you thought about it, although you did not even get a chance to ask it directly or concretely. Of course, I can go on like this forever. I can both ask your questions for you and answer them before you ever ask me. But I will not do this too often. What fun is it if I will not allow you to indulge in what seems to you as your process? How will you be able to awaken to your truth if you are not allowed to forget and then attempt to remember the truth of who you are? And so here I come back to your friend. Love him, accept him, as she changes and goes through all their stages of inquiry, sober or not, lucid or not, conscious or not, but do continue to practice boundaries. This is a very good lesson for you to learn. You can respect him without fully trusting him. You can love him while keeping your distance. She has chosen a way that is very turbulent. She has chosen to not surrender to me directly. This is what you must convey and share with him since she asked. Tell them both, tell them all, and that without choosing me and without only me, the path will always be more turbulent. Without surrendering and renouncing all to me, there is not much that can spare you from this connection, instead of the union you have always yearned for. Stop fighting, stop resisting, stop needing to prove, stop showing, even stop dancing. But this not forever and not all the time. Stop dancing just enough to give room and make place for more sitting and observing your thoughts and the callings of your heart. If you are not sure what this means, ask your heart to explain it to you directly, and then notice how you will start to dance. It will. It will. Your heart will explain it to you directly if you ask it directly. Trust me on this one. Spend a lot more time in silence and listening to the wisdom of your heart. For that is one place that you can always be sure to find me. Me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like the blue sky that is always still behind the clouds and the rainy weather, I am right there wrapped around you like a warm and snuggly blanket, always looking out for you. You know, I tried to record this video yesterday, and when I listened to it, there was no sound. But yesterday it was raining, so when I read that, you know, like the blue sky that is still and always behind the clouds and the rain, the turbulent rain even, it was kind of auspicious because I wrote that, you know, 7 months ago. And now instead, we're actually seeing the sun and the blue skies right here, right now. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. This was video, did I even say it? 125. So I'll see you in video 126.